All right, so let's talk about the quick telephone. The past decade or so has been amazing. You have all these new phones coming about, these smartphones, the iPhones, the Androids, right? And, you know, a lot of the times is people don't want to use it no more. They want to use it to talk to their family, to their friends, send text messages, post on social media. But a lot of people are not using their telephones no more to be able to get business, right? I actually tell my marketers that, you know what, after you're done with an appointment, you better be in the phone already trying to get, the next appointment. You need to be able to use your phones correctly. I actually heard this from a mentor of mine where he says that, aren't smartphones amazing? And everybody said, yes, smartphones are amazing. Even I was like, I said to myself, you know what, you're right, smartphones are amazing. And what was funny is that he said this: if you don't use your phone smartly, then it's a dumb phone. Just because it's a smartphone, if you don't take advantage of it, then it's a dumb phone. So the telephone literally was invented, right? The telephone was first made to be able to save some time, right? So they don't need to get on the car, go to next door, or go a mile down to be able to speak to them. You can literally pick up the phone, pick up that that little item, the speaker, and the speaker and the microphone, speak to it and be able to speak to the other person on the other line. So it was made to save some time. So nowadays, per studies, the average person makes about 8 calls a day. 8 calls a day. And I will guarantee you, if you're listening to this right now, if you're a gung ho person, you probably use the phone more than 8 times a day. So if you look at that, within a month, that's 250 calls. And did you know that there's 3 billion calls made every day in the United States? And did you also know that there is more calls made from mobile phones than fixed lines? Or you may know it as landlines. Did you know that 92% consumers uses the phones to inquire about purchases, to be able to look at things up, whether they're using the bar scans nowadays or they're looking things up in Google or through Amazon? And then at the same time, as 85% express dissatisfaction in phone calls, meaning that when they call somebody, let me ask this question. Have you ever called someone and whoever answered the phone call kind of irked you a little bit because that person didn't take good care of you in the phone, didn't have the proper phone etiquette, did not know how to be able to put you in hold correctly, it made you actually wait long, more than 5 minutes in the phone? Has this ever happened to you where you got frustrated from the other person in the other line? That were not understanding what you were trying to say, or did not feel what you were trying to feel? The phone calls is a great thing. The phone is an amazing thing, but at the same time it's an annoying thing if you don't have a person in the other line knowing what they're doing. And that is the thing we do, is we want to be able to work with you guys so that you know what to do. Do you know that one of the biggest reasons why your home health agency is not getting referrals is, most of the time per studies, it's the person answering the phone? That's one of the biggest causes of a lot of people losing new referrals, is because the moment that they call a home health agency, okay, what ends up happening is that they don't answer it correctly, and the way the person presents themselves, makes the other person get turned off. I'm going to challenge you guys right now. And, this is a fun thing to do. I want you to be able to spend maybe just 15 minutes of your day, if you don't mind. And I want you to grab, you know, a list of 20 home health agencies in your area right now. Okay? 20 home health agencies. And what I want you to do is that I want you to give them a call. I want you to give them a cold call. And try this out. This is amazing to do. And you don't have to tell them who you are. You can even block your number if you don't know how to do that. And give them a call. Call those 20, randomly. And tell me, and I want you to be able to mark between, 1 star to a 5 star, and tell yourself, did that person sound professional on the other line? Did they answer the phone correctly? And did they take care of you ultimately? And the reason why I want you to do that is because you'll be surprised that about approximately 40 to about 60% of these phone calls that you're going to make, you're going to feel that that person did not know how to answer the phone correctly. I literally have one time cold called a home health agency just to inquire what's going on what their rates were. They were a non-medical home care agency. And when I called them, and the person answered was a gentleman, and I said, "Can I speak to so and so?" And what the gentleman said is, "Call back later, my wife's not here." So he didn't even inquire who I was in the other line. So imagine that. There's going to be a possibility where I could have been referring a patient to them, and that's how he answered the phone. So the phone is the make or break it for your company. It's going to be able to get you referrals. It's going to be able to get you leads. It's going to be able to get you appointments. But at the same time, as if you don't answer it correctly, if you don't answer it at all, if you don't have the proper systems on your phones, then you ultimately can lose business. So the telephone is one of the most important things in your business.